And that's us all good, guys. Hello. Welcome back to some SnowRunner. Hopefully big plans afoot today. Hopefully. We made some decent enough progress, I would say, last week. But we are still quite a way short. We're sitting at 42% at the moment. Quite a lot left to do. 27 out of 77 missions. So we have done a third of the missions. Oh, that just feels cruel when you say it's a third of the missions. Oh, we've got some serious work to be getting ahead with today. Yeah. We're starting on this map today. This mission I want to do because I actually had it set up to do this last weekend and we got busy with so many other things that didn't actually have time to do it. So that's the plan. We're going to do this mission first because that frees up a couple of vehicles that I want to take through to the next map. So give us a hand over there. So that's the plan. That's the idea. So hopefully that all works out. So we'll see what happens, and then we'll carry on to the next map because pretty much all the missions are over there. And I have moved a few vehicles into strategic places, ready to get us going. I think I know the order in which I have to do things. Yeah. We'll see how that works out for me. Best laid plans of mice and men? Who knows? But anyway, we have the atom. Signals all around. That is the mission that we are doing first here. It is 3 towers. This one here. Yep, 3 towers. North, east, and then south. We've got to take stuff to them in order to get them built. Hey, Walker. Nice to see ya. So yeah, I have the atom, and I also have the good old Voron G. I will say this right now. I have been using that guy over here, this one, the Voron, for doing some tasks on this map off screen, and oh my lord, it has been pulling its weight and then some. I'm actually really excited to be using it again today because I'll explain a little bit more why when we get that far. First of all, we've got to start this bad boy up. We've got to get these things delivered, and then we can go from there. So let's get out of here. Oh, this thing is showing its inability to turn, of course. Oh yeah. Yeah, I haven't used the Grad in a while, and quite honestly, I don't know why. I was just looking in the garage for a vehicle that I could put a bed and a crane on and just kind of blitz around and do a few little quick things with. And the Voron Grad was just there, and it has just been a fantastic little truck. Really good. So yeah, very happy that I pulled that guy out again. Honestly, I think that truck could very much be the MVP of this map. But you know, we'll get around to that guy in a little bit. But yeah, that's why I'm wanting to do this mission, because I've actually had these 2 trucks ready and raring to go on this mission since last week, like I said, and because they've been kind of sitting ready for other usage, I didn't use them last week, and I missed using them. And I feel like these two trucks, especially the Grad, could be incredibly useful on the next map. So I want to get this mission done so that I can then take them both over and put them to work, shall we say. Might even take the Podera here through as well, although that might come later. Alright, Podera. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean there, Walker. The War on Grad is always just a strong little truck, you know. And I've honestly found, since I started playing more with... Because this map has you, like, so conscious about fuel, right? And it's so twisty-turny and so undulating that you've got to kind of really pay attention to when you're using all-wheel drive, when you're using diff lock, and all that kind of stuff. And that's kind of made me realise how much the Grad excels on this map even more, you know? Because without all-wheel drive on, that thing it burns like no fuel whatsoever. And you can trundle around in low plus with diff lock on pretty much to your heart's content, you know? It's certainly no slower than a majority of trucks that I have access to, even in low plus. And that saves you cruising around in auto using a load of fuel. Okay, right. Refuel. So we'll go and get some concrete, or one piece of concrete, deliver it, and then we're going to come back, pick up 2 more pieces of concrete, and head back to meet up with the G, with the Grad, I should say, but there is now a War on G, specifically. Yeah. Meet up with the Grad for the second and third part of this mission. But we have to get over there first and deliver this stuff. Okay, right. Round you come. Oh, he's not going to make that turn. I overcooked that a little bit. Gotta remember, this thing kind of steers like the Azov 6 as opposed to the Azov 7. So you've got to start turning about 2 days before you think you need to start turning. That's bad. Oh yeah, I mean, Walker, I was cruising around in the Voron earlier, in low plus with diff lock on, without even realising that I was just cruising around in low plus with diff lock, you know, because it was just taking the terrain so smoothly, and it was only like on the muddy patches where I had to put the all-wheel drive in, kick in some more power, and because of that I was getting burn values of like 4 to 6 litres a minute, which is incredibly low, you know? So, yeah, but, get over to that guy in a minute. As far as other trucks that I've got ready and raring to go today, I have moved the... what is it? The Elephant has been moved to the next map, ready to take some trailers. The Kolob has been moved down to the port on this map, ready to take the turbine generator trailer when I need that. That leaves me still with the very special with its trailer, should I need it. And I've also moved the map defense into a position as well. So new trucks have entered the fray, shall we say. Here. I might need to back that up slightly. Yep. Indeed. Quite enough turn on that. Alrighty. Yeah. So, well, I mean, as I usually say, Walker, best laid plans of mice and men. One cement, please. Thank you. Right. And we'll see how well things go for me. I think we should be fine. Certainly hope so, anyway. You know. I'll say one thing. I will be super glad when I don't have to climb up to this corner of the map anymore. I feel like I've been back and forth to this section far too many times, you know? But hey. That's the nature of SnowRunner, isn't it? It really would be so nice if I could do these in any order I wanted to. I do find it annoying when these jobs lock the next stage, you know? Like, I want to do it in pieces. Just use our little jungle shortcut. Actually, this might be... Actually, hang on a second. This might be a point at which... No, not really. There was a shortcut somewhere. I think it's across here that you can take. We're not that far from it. Let's go and have a little look at that, because that'll be interesting to have a little look at. Apparently this is a good little shortcut to knock out that little loop around over there. Probably prefer to be doing this during the day so that I can actually see where I'm going, but trail here, look at that. Oh, no. Behave now, camera. would work very well. Ah. Aha, hello. Oh, block. Okay. That actually works incredibly well. Al, what do you know? My research has paid off. Come on, Azov. Come on, Azov. That's it. Okay. That's definitely a lot quicker than going all the way around that loop. 1 and 2, stage complete. Tower built. Right. Saying there, Walker. Hang on a second. That is a long message. Goodness me. Okay. I don't understand everything there. I'm sure there's... But the gist I'm getting is that all of those pipes that need fixing on the other map, you've got to do a facility before you can actually do the pipes or something? Is that what you're saying there, Walker? I have been having a look at that actually, and that is kind of part of the plan I've got today, is to start getting that kind of stuff sorted. Because we do need to open up as many of those roads as possible. And a lot of them are locked behind, whoa, like a bazillion other jobs. So I need to start doing those, you know? Question is can we go back down this route? Yes. Oh. Providing I can get the angle off that rock there at the right place so that I don't fall over. Might not want to do that under load because that could be very hazardous to health, but actually not bad at all, that. How do I get back to where I'm going here? Oh, I need to go, yeah, like back this way. Yeah, I know there's quite a few jobs. Like, the first thing I need to do is get the fuel station up and running, and then I have to take a bunch of stuff to the helipad or something, I think it is. And then that will allow me to open up another facility, which then allows me to, yeah, you know, it's kind of crazy. But they do follow on, like, kind of one from each other, so shouldn't be too bad. Sure, I'll work out the best route for it, probably by the time I've done everything, and I've done it all in the worst possible way possible, but, you know, as long as it gets done, and that's all that matters. Where am I going now? Ah, right, yes, of course, I'm coming at this from the other angle. Right, go this way now. Excellent. Oh, does it now, Walker? Interesting. The helipad job is actually one of the ones that I wanted to do. Because we've got to go up there to rescue the new Mercer anyway. So I was looking at jobs that I could do whilst I go and rescue that guy. So the helipad jobs are on my to-do list for today. Providing we have time, you know. depends how long other things take. Oh, you swine of a gun, son of a gun. Right. We need 2 more cement now. Two. Fantastico. Donk, donk. Come on now. That's it. You're liking the Jiangsu, huh? Actually, so do I, you know? I have got that ready and raring to go with the seismic vibration again. It really impressed me when I used it on the last phase. So, you know, definitely a good little truck. Ah, I've been using it as a 2-slotter. Nice. It does kind of make me think of a slightly different version of the Tega. You know, the small Tega. I can't remember the number of it now, but the smaller of the 2 Tega brothers. Kind of has the same feel to it, which I like. I like that feel. It's a good feel. Speaking of, I really ought to get the Tegas out of the garage at some point. Give them a test on this map. But I don't want to get every truck out of the garage. Every truck I get out costs me money, so try and not overwhelm myself with trucks. Try and make do with the ones I've got for now, I think. Go. Down. And back on the main road we are. Right. Nice. I have yet to get up to that section of the map yet. The banana plantation. I still need to get a scout up there. Then again, I'm thinking I might just leave it until I actually have to go up there for another job, you know? Let's dip in, grab some fuel. Not that we need an awful lot, but it's best to keep it topped. There we go. Splash and dash. And then take. Right. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da. Coming through. So, let's see. Not quite enough lot. Actually, kind of perfect, because what I do need to do is the third tower is, I believe, here. Which means if I come down to here, then I can bring the Voron down, drop a roll off, and then head over to the east tower with the Voron. Yeah. And we should have no problem at all in just finishing this mission off. Getting through to the next map. But we also have to have a look at the cargo we need to take with us. Because we no doubt will have to take some cargo through. That's why I want to take both trucks with me, you know? Okay, we'll just stop you right here. There we go. Grad. Come here, metal roll. Up and at 'em. Down. Perfect. Alright, little dude. Let's go. Yeah, the one thing I will say, and that I've always said about the Voron Grad, is that in auto, it can be a little bit too fast. You can get yourself into so many troublesome spots with it. But watch what happens when I put it into low plus. Comes a nice sedentary beast that just plods along. 3.5 litre a minute burn value. And put diff lock on for the hard bits. Obviously not an open road. And you just push through the undergrowth. Obviously on a road like this you probably do want to use the auto gear just because the low plus is a bit slow and just kind of cruise it between corners. But that's kind of how I found to use this thing, was to literally just kind of cruise along in low plus with the diff lock on, not even using the all-wheel drive. And it just didn't stop, ever. Kind of mad, but really, really cool at the same time. Park you up here. This on here. Perfect. Brain, pack. change back over, and let's go. Avante! But yeah, I've always liked the Grad, but last few seasons I haven't really ever used it. I actually can't remember the last time I used the Grad on stream. But I certainly think it was at least phase 16, if not phase 15 even? Was it even before that? But yeah, it's a fantastic little machine. Whoa. See what I mean though? Can get away from you on the corners a little bit. Too speedy for its own good is what it is. But once we get off-road with this thing, you'll see exactly what I mean. How dare. Little stones of shrapnel. Alright, here we go. Nice. I must say, I never felt the love for the plaid buddy as much as some other people have. Not to say it's a bad truck, I just never found a good use for it. It always feels like there's better trucks that can do what the buddy does. Just felt a little bit lost in the wilderness, shall we say. But it's not a bad little truck. Oh, heavy on that. Just a few stones, G. Oh, I hate these pontoon bridges. I hate these pontoon bridges. And here we go. Whoa, turn, please, thank you. I was stuck in the dead zone there for a little bit. But this is what I found with the Voron on this map. I just low plus, diff lock on, and it just nothing stops it. Apart from when you get a bit of level road like that and you have to turn the diff lock off. It's a touch annoying, but deep stuff, just flick on the all-wheel drive for a minute. Power through the worst of it. And turn off. The diff lock just keeps it going. Beautiful. Really, really nice. There we go. Right. Where are we going here? Tower number 2. And boom. Where'd the tower go? Oh, it's up there. Ah, interesting. Okay. We'll leave him there for a minute whilst we... where's the atom? There he is. This one should be just over here. Yeah, actually, I think I should if I take a little detour here with a mangrove plantation. Perfect. Oh, no, not that button. Go. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3. Shazam! Right, now that that one's done, we have those 2 trucks available to us. So, this is one we need to do. Thank you very much. Getting this done. That then allows us to do, I believe it's sky cargo? No, open skies again. So we need open skies again, which is this one. Service trailer, 2 spare parts, 2 oil barrels. Okay, so that gives us warehouse access. So go and get the oil barrels, need to go and get the service parts, and that will then allow us to do sky cargo, which is a curtain-sided trailer to somewhere. Expedition warehouse. Should probably be having a look on the other map, shouldn't I? So expedition warehouse. Ah, it's up at the helipad as well. So the sky cargo, open skies again, is also going here. Helipad and helipad. So we need to take 2 service parts, 2 oil barrels, a service trailer. Ooh, I could use that. No, it's a service trailer, isn't it? I don't need a service trailer. I need a fuel trailer for the Mercer. But it's been repaired. It just hasn't been fueled. That's right. But it should be okay. I don't actually know if I can get across the river here. You know, I feel like that there is a crossing. You know? In which case I could just go straight up this road, straight up here and in to the helipad, you know? Or come around this way. Either way. But I don't know if I can actually cross there or not. I suppose I could take the Ford over. Just to see. Sandy error and building a home. What do I need for those actually? Building a home. This village. Pack sand and cellulose. Hmm. I don't know where to get cellulose, because that's sand there, isn't it? Yeah, that's packed sand. Hmm. Don't know where I get cellulose from. That's a different one. But a sandy error. Oh, that's the Chevy. Oh, that's the Chevy that we dropped off up here. Okay. Oh, I don't imagine for a second, Walker, that any of this trip is going to be easy. shall we say. I do not believe it will be easy for a moment, because that's just how these things go, you know. Lovely. But yeah, once we've done open skies and sky cargo, that's a mission we need to do as well. Vehicle parks, packed sand, and a water trailer. Water trailer? What is that one? I can't even remember seeing a water trailer anywhere. Oh, you almost managed to tip the Azov 7? Crikey Walker, that is bad. That's very bad. That's very, very bad. Man. Wow, okay, we've got quite a few new ones here. Consumables. 4 service parts. Okay. Trailer home to the festival. Crisis screen, a generator and water. Anything else unlocked here? Oh my lord, okay, more stuff here. Visit the shipwreck. Deliver a pump. Bricks and sand. You're kidding me. I've got to take more stuff up there. Get out of here. Cabin in the woods. Western Tower. Oh, right, okay. Subterranean pulse. That's on the other map, isn't it? Right. We need some stuff. That's what we need. Yeah, we need quite a bit of stuff. Okay. Oh, tell me about it. There's a lot of stuff on both of these maps that need doing. But I'm kind of like half tempted to leave this map until later because it's easier, you know. Kind of more interested to do the next map. So we need that on the track. That will then allow us to be able to do sky cargo and also open skies again. So we need that service trailer is from the from there, isn't it? Yeah. Can I get service parts there? Oh, I can get service parts there. So actually, I don't need to bring any service parts from the last map. I just need to bring the oil barrels. Okay. Yeah. And the service trailer. I saw one. There it is. Right there. Okay. Question is do I do... I think I need to do this tanker mission so that I can at least open things up and then go from there. So, where is the defense? There it is. As you can see, I also have the plaid here and the Azov. Logs. I don't think this is all the logs I'm going to need, but it is kind of all the logs I need for now. should actually make sure that both of these trucks are fully fueled. They are. Okay. This is a lot of fuel in here that I'm kind of having to leave behind. Use 700 litres out of it. I really need to use like another 3,500 at least. But I have nothing left to refuel. Well, apart from the defence here. The defence here will probably need fuel. Although again, to be fair, I've noticed the defence doesn't chew through quite as much fuel as I was expecting it to. So, let's get a route planned. I'm going to go this way. Where is it going? It's going there, huh? Are you going to fall down on me, bridge? I want to kind of avoid anything that looks like it might be going through pipes. I think that was clear though, wasn't it? Because we've been through that. We just couldn't get through that one. And that one also looks like it's blocked. I think we will go the route we know as opposed to the route we don't know. So we'll go this way. We'll go this way. Go up here. Around. Down here. Across this bridge. And up and over here. Up to there. Now, the big question. Actually, I could grab the Chevy and the service trailer whilst I'm over here, couldn't I? Potentially. Oh, then again, maybe not. I'm just trying to think of ways to kind of speed things up a little bit, perhaps. Oh, a fuel carrier trailer down there. Okay. Right. There's the go-go juice done. So now we've got to swap to the water. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this first, and then we'll work out what we're doing afterwards. Let's go, defense. I said, let's go, defense. Don't start with me now. I suppose this is the advantage of letting the Mac do this particular mission, is that if we do need fuel, we're going to have plenty of it. Come on. That's better. Let's actually get out of this ditch, please. That's it. Out the ditch. Much better. Yeah, no, I wish I had made a few modifications to the defense before I actually brought it out for this mission, but by the time I really realized what was going on with it, it was far too late. But as you can see now, I can't turn the all-wheel drive off. That is an update that I didn't actually realize had happened. It now has permanently on all-wheel drive, which does mean that this thing has become incredibly thirsty. We just not. The small tyres on this thing, on this tanker, are a nightmare. That was all due to the small tyres. Just got him stuck on a little rocky outcrop. Bigger tyres would have just been no problem, it would have just popped straight over. But yeah, the fuel usage on this thing is pretty catastrophic. Oh, the stock gearbox actually is pretty good then. Huh. Low and low plus with a high gear as well. Yeah, that's not bad. I will say I do miss the option for a low plus. I feel like that is sometimes the optimal gear for a lot of these high fuel usage trucks. But hey, a low gear is fine. A high gear is, I guess, fine as well. Oh, that's a rock. Go. Right. Actually... a way to just drive through there. Hang on a second, guys. I want to check something. I want to have a look at something. Because I feel like there is a simpler way of getting past this concrete plant. And that is by going this way. Going... Oh. That doesn't look large enough for... It doesn't show that on the plans, does it? I was wanting to go through that gap in the fence there, but it looks like there's a gap in the fence because someone's dropped a giant big pipe on it. Okay. Good to have a look, because I did notice that little road off there the last time I came this way, and I was like, I wonder if there's a better way than going through this mud pit here. Now I know, yes, but only for small trucks. Not when pulling this trailer. That's an impossibility, shall we say. Kind of feels bad to be delivering this tanker when it's quite so full of fuel, but I honestly don't see another option. Other than bringing a fuel tanker out here to drain as much of it as possible. But that's just going to take an eternity, you know? I suppose I could always park this at the job location and find another job to do in the meantime. But everything seems to be locked behind this one job, so I kind of need to do it. Actually climbing a hill with this trailer in high gear, that's pretty impressive. To be frank, I don't really care about the fuel usage at this point, I just care about getting there in some sort of expedient time frame. This is actually perfect. Ah, the 230 is like this, huh? Interesting. That may or may not make me want to use it more. Depending on how fuel thirsty it is, shall we say. Come on now, boyo. That is a bit of a deep mud pit. I didn't have this much problem coming through here with the new Bilbert. Are we actually moving or not? I feel like not. Stuck on something and I'm not sure what. Has it literally just dug itself into a hole? Oh wait. No, is that? I think it is moving. Yep, we are definitely moving. Yep, just gotta free ourselves from that. Perfect. Come with me, trailer. Come on. It's not liking something here. That's it. Come on. Out you come. Out of the mud pit with you. No, 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 don't fall over. Darn it. That's just annoying. Okay, Well, hey, if we can drag it... if we can drag the darn thing, sure, you know? At least until we can get to a place where we can... Oh, it's gone completely on its belly now. Yeah. Oh, and back over. Is it going to roll 360 for us? Ah, it's going to roll 360. Well, maybe not. Is it? Please, come on. You know you want to. Actually, that's kind of perfect there. If I could just back this down the hill slightly. Oh. Park myself here. Right. Oh, I'm always coming up with new and exciting ways to do things that should be pretty simple. Why is this? Come on, up and over. No, it's not going to, is it? Come on. Up and over. There we go. Perfect. Now I just got to hook the darn thing back up again. Good enough. There we go. Right. Lovely stuff. Right. Onwards! How tight that turn was there, but we should be fine getting around. Just about. Perfect. For that. Small pipes, metal roll, and 2 cement. Small pipe, metal roll, 2 cement. I think we could get that. I was wondering that, Walker. I was wondering if that was going to be the case with that particular pipe, the one that we went through a minute ago. Because it does look like it's just going to build a pipe straight across the road. Yeah, thank you for the heads up on that one. I will try and avoid that for as long as possible. Get everything else done first. Well, as much as I can. I'm assuming that mission probably locks something else behind it, like everything else. That's generally how this works, isn't it? Come on. Out of the mud. gear engaged once again. Perfect. This truck is actually a very, very good high gear hauler. It just uses so much fuel, you know? That's why I kind of thought about possibly using it for this mission, because I was like, oh well, if it needs fuel, it's got some, you know? But yeah, it's just as bad as I remember it being in terms of its fuel usage, especially now that I can't turn all-wheel drive off. That seems like a really bad thing for this truck, to be fair. That was one of the only ways to reduce the fuel usage. But hey-ho, it is what it is. Yes, the other one that we need the cargo for. We can build that one. Yeah. Thank you very much, Walker. We shall probably do that whilst we're doing other missions, I think. See if we can't double up on as many things as physically possible, you know? Oh, blam. There we go. Of course, we don't want to try and do too much at once, because that just becomes a logistical nightmare, and sometimes it is just easier to come back and make a second trip. But there is something to be said for being as efficient as possible. Use every cargo slot, can bring as much as is safe to do so, you know? Smash. Right, up you go. That's it. I think once we've delivered this tank, this truck might just sit up here for as long as it possibly can. Because I'm not sure what other heavy trailers we're going to need it for. So I might just have to drive it back to the garage and refit it, or store it, you know, one of the two. Come on, that's it. There we go. Oh, you mean the thing where I'll just be driving along and my engine randomly turns off? Yeah, I don't know what that is. I really do not know what that is. Why it does that, how it does that, what possible need there is for it to do that. I've always thought it's a glitch, but it never seems to get fixed nor addressed, so I am wondering if it's just something else. Like, it doesn't feel like it should be a working as intended thing by any means, but hey, maybe it is? I don't know. Right. We have arrived. Before we drag it in though, let's refuel as much as possible. Yay, fuel station. Okay. That's where we've got to get the transformer to, but before we can do that, I think we need to possibly fix up a few roads. Actually, that might be something we could do. Where would be... I'm guessing just straight through here. That's open. We can go straight through here. We can go across This bit's a bit wobbly. So we might have to come this way and then that way. So if we unblock this pipe here, right, we could possibly do this tube trailer today. Potentially. Potentially. You do that with the P12. Nice. Very, very nice. Alright. It's time to head back to the other map. It's time to grab some trucks. And it's time to pick up some cargo. Hey, babe. How's it going? Because we are going to need a few bits and bats. Nothing too major, but definitely a few bits and bats. We have a curtain side trailer up near the gateway that we need to take with. We need to take some oil barrels. We need to take a pipe, some metal rolls, and then we also need a concrete slab. I think it was like a concrete slab or something, or maybe just some concrete. Ooh. I'm jealous, babe. I was actually enjoying playing that game before I came up here, so I'm going to be right back to playing it again once I get off stream. Natalie and I got a game called Moonlight Peaks. Is it Moonlight Peak? Something like that, isn't it? And it's kind of a cozy life sim game, but with witches and vampires, and it's adorable. She got it last night as a birthday present from me, and I, after seeing her play it for a few hours, I decided I'm going to get that as well. So I picked up a copy myself. It's a very neat little game. It's very fun, very cute. If you're kind of into that style of game, it is definitely a good one to look at. It is on Switch, yes. I believe it's on Switch. It's on Steam. I don't think it's on PlayStation or Xbox, but it's definitely on Steam and it's definitely on Switch. And it works really well on the Switch, I will say. I always feel that the Switch is the perfect place for cozy games to exist. If a cozy game comes out and it's not on the Switch, I kind of wonder what's going on. Like, who made that decision? Because it's like, it's kind of the Switch's whole jam, you know? I know you can get things like Cyberpunk on the Switch these days, and it's like, I don't think I'd want to play Cyberpunk on the Switch, you know? And it's like, I've got Fallout and Skyrim on there. They work relatively well on the Switch, I will say. Actually, the Switch 2, they work really well. Yeah. I would say the Switch and the Switch 2 are definitely more the cozy platform than anything else. I still got all-wheel drive. Turn that off, Lynx. Stop chatting away to yourself and turn off the expensive fuel gear. Oh. Okay. It is rather fun. It is rather fun. I mean, I've only played it for a couple of hours so far, but I would recommend it at this point. And I'm sure Natalie would as well. She has been playing it much longer than I have. Whoa. Steady on. Right. Hang on a second. We need... space, that's not it. Skies where the grass is green. So this is one of the ones we want to do. We can get the service parts where we get the trailer. So that's not going to be bad. So we need the 2 oil barrels. That one. That one. That one. Voltage, and then we need some transformers. Shipwreck and pump. Steel arteries? It is! Okay, that's the one we want. Cement, rolls, and a pipe. Okay. Well, we can get the pipe here. We can get the cement there. And we can get have everything at our fingertips. We can take that straight through, get it delivered, open up that route, and then we can carry on, get the other stuff we need. Hey, Longfellow! Nice! Watch streak achieved! You're about 53% done, eh? What are we up to now that we've done that? 44% for us, Walker, so you're definitely ahead. Not that it's a race. It's a slow and steady thing, you know, but right. Let's go and get the roll we need, and then we can get... Ooh. I think it was one each, wasn't it? Was it one roll, one cement, and one pipe? Hopefully so. Let's go and grab that whilst we're en route. And then we need to grab 2 oil barrels as well. Ooh. Steady on that. Nice to have you back in the chat, long fella. Way. Out. Alright. Thing is crazy. With this little truck though, it's so fun. It's so much fun. Okay, 1 roll, please. Ow. Just double check that it was 1 of each. No, 2 cement. Okay, 2 cement. Slightly different. Indeed, Spain and Argentina. Should have been Spain and the UK. Not that I'm a huge football player, a huge football fan, but honestly, England kind of got robbed in their semi-final. You know, they were 1-0 up for the whole game, and then in the last, like, 3 minutes of the game, Argentina managed to get 2 goals. Not cool, man. Not cool. But yeah, I'll be rooting for Spain, shall we say. I will be rooting for Spain. I won't be watching the game though. I don't have time for watching football games. I don't have time for watching sports, but you know, when there's a big competition like this going on, I do like to keep up to date and, you know, pay attention to where things are going and what's happening, you know? But England did absolutely trounce France last night. I think they won... I think it was 6-4. It's literally the highest scoring game of the tournament, I think. It's like those are numbers that never exist in football, or very rarely exist in football. You usually get that in like the lower divisions, because, you know, the teams aren't as good, but the goalies aren't as good. So They tend to concede and score a lot more. I should bring the Padera through at this point. Maybe. Oh, yeah, it was a mad game. Mad game. I'm sure everyone that watched it was thoroughly entertained by that match. I just hope that that we get an equally as entertaining game tonight. I will be in bed, though. I will be in bed instead, shall we say. Right, let's get this guy. I think if we get him to the fuel station, top him up with fuel. And then we can get 2 cement, which we can deal with quite easily. In fact, I might even take the shortcut way instead of going the long way around. Who knows? Alright, shut you down. No, I'm not working. I will just be relaxing. Because I'm not sure. I think the game's like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock tonight, our time, something like that, if I remember rightly. And at that point in time, I will be watching some YouTube with Natalie and probably playing our new witch game, our new witchy vampire game, and preparing myself to go to bed because I do work tomorrow. And I've got to be up at 5 o'clock. Because I'm on the early shift. So, early start, early going to bed, you know? That's where we're at, basically. But it's, ooh. Can I drive through these plants? Ooh. Yes, but maybe slowly. Banana power! Get out of my way, bananas. I disturbed the parrots there. Oh. Hang on a second. How come I could drive over all of the other bananas, but not that? You know? What is this? What is this banana? This one is made of stern stuff. There we go. That's better. Now we're good. Perfectiono. Oh. Oh no. Twitch didn't like you talking, Walker. Oh man, I hate it when that happens. Now I'm really curious as to what you were saying. Ah! Right. Let's go, Azov, let's go. It's time for some cold air. That's better. Give me a second. If I pause this, I should be able to... Okay, I can see what your message is there, Walker. Oh, no. I can't even do that. I know last time I paused it like this and then clicked off it, it actually, it was all right. It didn't freeze on me, but apparently this time it has. Ugh. Twitch, what you doing to me? But yeah, Walker's message was basically, what are you doing? My bananas! I'm making a smoothie. That's what I'm doing. Come on. Ah, oh, come on, game. Don't do this to me. I hate this sometimes. I really do. Why does my computer insist on doing this to me all the time? It's going to sit here and not do nothing for ages now. Come on. Come on. Don't do this to me. I really hate it. I really... Stop pressing buttons, Lynx. You'll make it worse. I don't see how it could get much worse. This has been a much longer freeze than usual. Come on. You got fined for destroying the bananas, huh? That would suck. What is this farming sim? Oh no, come on. Oh, there we go. We're back. Just got to think about it for 6 days, you know? Right. Now, here's a question. Do I have a truck down there already? I think I actually do. I think I've got the dairy down here. I do have the dairy down here. I'm just going to use this guy to pick up the oil barrels rather than driving all the way down there and then having to drive all the way back. I'll just use this guy. I'll grab the oil barrels. Drive them up to the town, unload them onto the Atom. Maybe I should just load everything onto this guy. You know? That way the other guys can take the other materials that we need. It might not be a bad idea, actually, if I took this guy and the Atom first. You can always bring the Vor on through again later. But it's more kind of for doing smaller jobs, you know? So I feel like maybe... I haven't really given this guy a proper big test time, you know? On the other map, that is. Not chemical barrels. Oil barrels. Indeed, Walker. I saw that announcement as well. I have already purchased it. I will say I didn't actually buy the season pass for Farming Sim this year, and I'm actually kind of glad that I didn't, because like it doesn't. None of the packs for Farming Sims so far that have been released this year have felt particularly like I have to have them, you know? But, other jobs that we need stuff for, we need service parts, but that's fine. Water, trailer, call the river. There. But yeah, this, but the new expansion that's coming out, the Brazilian map, I bought that specific expansion pack. I haven't bought the whole year pack, shall we say. Bricks and cat sand there. So. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. I think I agree with you there, Walker. I have bought the last couple of, or the first season pass for 2025 Farming Sim. I bought the first year pass because I think I got it as part of a bundle with the game itself. You know, when it came out, it was like the game and the season pass, and it was a little bit cheaper than buying them separately, so I just went for it. And I don't really regret that, because I think the first year packs were interesting enough. You know, nothing amazingly groundbreaking, but interesting enough. But this second year has just had nothing that's really interested me to that extent. Apart from this new map. So yeah, Brazilian map with danger sheep and coffee, you know. And it's like that's just amazing. That is mwah, perfect. So I went for it. There's the Kolob up there, ready and waiting for when it's needed. But yeah, that's going to be fun to try out. I'm actually kind of really psyched for that, because I know there's been coffee mods for Farming Sim for a while, but none of them have been particularly interesting, like in a massive sense. Yeah, this an official coffee mod, I think that could be quite fun. Giants is copying Saber's homework, eh, Walker? I can see it. I can see it. Yeah, I can see it, definitely. But then again, Saber, I think, are copying Giants' homework. Because have you heard the news? Have you heard of the latest project coming out of Saber? It looks like we might be getting a farming sim game, like an actual farming sim game, out of Saber in the coming future. It's like Saber are really... They want a finger in every pie, you know? I mean, first we have SnowRunner, then they did Expeditions, which... Expeditions wasn't as good as I was hoping. I was hoping for a lot more from Expeditions, and it failed me miserably. But then we got Roadcraft, which puts its finger into the construction simulator pie. Right? Come on, Derry. That's it. We're getting Road Kings coming up soon, which is the Euro Truck pie. What are you doing, Derry? What's going on here? Something's catching badly there. Derry, why aren't you turning? Derry? Is it just because your front wheels were up on that curve? It's just because its front wheels were up on that curve and it could not gain traction. How annoying. Anyway, I was saying, but yeah, so we've got Road Kings coming out soon. We've had stuff like Space Marine, and now we're getting potentially a high realism farming sim. I think that's how it was leaked. It's going to be like they're going for like a more realistic version of a game for farming sim, you know? Which could be interesting, because I'll be real, farming sim's good, but I feel like some of the gameplay in farming sim is a little bit arcadey, you know? You know, just the fact that you can, like, you know, drive a tractor at 100 kilometers an hour across a field, cartwheel it 6 times into a fence, and, you know, just kind of bounce off everything. It feels a little arcadey. Not that that's a bad thing, but it is its own style. And no one's, like, unless I've missed it, which is always a potential thing. But I don't feel like anyone's really done a hyper-realistic, like, farming sim, you know? So that's going to be an interesting one to follow as it develops. Not a clue when it'll come out, you know? Not a clue. But it's going to be interesting to watch. Come on, that's it. Down we go. Lovely stuff. Who parked this for on here? Oi! Move! Alright, I'm going. Jeez, keep your hair on. And what we're going to do here is just park up off the road. Engine off, and then we'll unpack. And we'll get the atom, and we'll bring that up to the fuel station as well. There we go. I did hear that, yes. I think it is highly possible that Focus are trying to make Saber into Giants because they kind of lost that part of what they did, what they published when Giants went solo. So yeah, I do think that Focus Interactive are kind of championing Saber just because of the success that they have been having with like this game and Roadcraft and all that, you know? To be fair, I'm really happy for it because I am actually really impressed by Saber. You know, I mean, there are some questionable things that they've done here and there, you know? There's a few odd choices that they've made with some of their games, but for the most part, they're really good, you know? They are actually really good at what they do. So I hope it goes well. Oh, I should say as well that Saber also made a bus simulator game. Although apparently that isn't too great. Apparently that's really arcade. Right, there we go. Onwards. I think we'll go and get a pipe now. Ooh, they're doing a Jurassic Park game now, huh? Do tell. It'll be interesting. I wonder if it's... I hope it's not like a park management game, because we've already got one of those. You know what I could really go for? Like a Jurassic Park styled kind of puzzle adventure game, you know? That's what I could really go for, where you've got a, well, like, obviously, like, a dinosaur, if a dinosaur's going to eat you, it's going to eat you, you know? You can't really stop that unless you're throwing dynamite at it, right? But, like, me and Natalie absolutely love ourselves a good puzzle game, a good puzzle adventure game, you know? And I could see that fitting, like, a Jurassic Park game really well. Ah, it's a survival game. Yeah, okay, I can also see that. Yeah. That's going to be like an Alien Isolation type thing, isn't it? I can see it being like Alien Isolation vibes if it's going to be dinosaurs and a survival game. That's kind of a shame. Not that Alien Isolation is a bad game, it's just that it's a game that I can't play because I literally have a heart attack. I don't do jump scares very well. Like, at all. I am so soft when it comes to, like, jump scares and stuff. Like, when Natalie, like, wants to show me a scary film, she's got to find out if it's, like, suitable for me, because if it has jump scares in it, I will, like, be hiding under the sofa. I really will. I'm such a coward. I'm such a coward. But that's just me. That's just me. I've got a soft nature, you know? I don't like being scared. Some people love it. I don't. Not my cup of tea. Nope, nope, nope. Takes place right after the movie. Ah! Nice. After Jurassic Park, the movie? As in the first movie? As in the best movie? Actually, speaking of, as in the movie, I'm going to go and see it at the cinema next Sunday! Indeed. It's been shown at a local cinema next Sunday. And I'm going to go and see it, because I didn't get to see Jurassic Park in the cinema when it came out. I only saw it on TV, like, a few years later. So I'm really excited about that. It does also mean, because the film is at 4 o'clock. Of course it's at 4 o'clock. But that does mean that next week's SnowRunner will be done on Monday, like a week tomorrow, instead of a week today, you know. Which is a little annoying, but I literally can't pass up the opportunity. Like, you know, especially with, what's his face? Alan Grant. The guy that played Alan Grant. I am terrible with remembering people's names. But he sadly passed away, like, last week. And we had, myself and Natalie had literally booked tickets to go and see Jurassic Park in the cinema, like, the day before he passed away. And it was just like, this is so, like, appropriate that we're going to go and do this, you know? It's so appropriate. So, really, really looking forward to that. I will say, actually, that Jurassic Park is probably one of my favourite films of all time. Sam Neill, that's the guy. That's the guy, yes. Yeah, sadly passed away. Which is a shame, because he seemed like a really nice guy. Obviously it's a shame when anyone passes away, but when it's a good one, it sucks, you know? Righty-ho! Come on, Derry. Let's get this done. Honestly, the landscape that we're trekking through at the moment could be Isla Nublar right now, you know? Flicking between different transmission options, trying to find the best idea, best combination of stuff. Oh, that was a bit of an angle there. Faction. Right. Now what we need to do is we need to hang fire here for a moment, so that we can switch some cargo around. Ah! Twitch! Whereabouts? Maybe I can get your message on my phone here, because I think if I try and get it on my computer. Oh, no, it's not allowing me to do it there. Boo! Alright. Happens. I do need to look at that, though. I keep meaning to, and really annoying. Forgetting. Right. Okay, onwards to great glory. Ah. See you later, Voron. Faction, right. Twitch does seem to be hating you right now, doesn't it, Walker? It really does. Go. We transfer the oil barrels onto this guy. And then put some cement on the back of the dairy. And then we should be set to do a couple of missions here at the same time. And then maybe even attempt to transfer the oil trailer today as well, if we can get over there quick enough. Let's go. Indeed it is. No, he played a good role. I did enjoy him in that film. And I even enjoyed his role in 3 when he came back for Jurassic Park 3. But I just feel like it had kind of run its course there. I feel like Jurassic Park, the first one, was kind of such a spectacle, such a new thing, you know. It was so impactful to the world of film that it stands alone on its own as just a titanic piece of film work, you know. And then they made like 6 sequels to it, and it's like, oh guys, no. Like Jurassic Park 2, Jurassic Park 3, I can tolerate. But Jurassic World, nah, that's just a bridge too far, you know? I don't feel like any of those films actually worked. Especially when the main person was Chris Pratt. It's just like, why is he in everything? He's a perfectly fine guy, don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong with him in terms of who is the person. But I find him so one-dimensional. He seems to play the same character in every film he's in. And he plays it just, like, boringly in a lot of cases, you know? It's just... He just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Right. Let's unpack this cargo. Perfect. Back. And we'll have those oil barrels from you there, mister. Yeah, it just kind of missed the point of Jurassic Park, I feel. But hey, you know, I'm sure there are people out there that love I'm sure there are people out there that love Jurassic World, but not me, I'm afraid. Not for me. Oh, wait, no. We want to stop engine, restore pack. Then we want to change truck to here. We want to repack that cargo. One roll. One set of short pipes. Yep, and then we want 2 cement. That should do. Not that one. Steel arteries. 2 cement, 1 roll, 1 small pipe. Perfect. Okay. We'll take the lead with the Atom. And we'll drag the Derry behind us, I think. Maybe I should have waited before to get out of here before I started hooking them up, but it'll be fine. Right, we're gonna take them out separately because this is really twisty. Actually, getting these trucks out on their own is going to be crazy enough as it is without having to do them as one. So let's wait until we've actually hit the open road. Take them from this corner. And we'll pause. Just here. Very special, please. Let's go. I knew this was going to cause a problem. I need to go way wider around this corner, otherwise I'm just not going to make it. So many bricks. At the very least, I want to get this trailer delivered to that distribution hub, because that will allow us to then possibly deliver oiled trailer. That would be the good thing to kind of finish today off with. Stop. Oh, how have you managed to do that? What on earth is that? Come on. No. Start engine, please. That's more like it. Now we're good. What are you saying there, Walker? You took... Oh, you do... You mean you use the elephant in this kind of role? Ah. Actually, I can see the elephant now being quite a good truck. I think before, when I used it in... where was it? Phase 15. Quebec, was it? It was Quebec, that's right. I always felt it was underpowered for what it was doing. It did things fine. It did its job, but it didn't do it particularly well. But now that it has that new engine, I think the elephant might be a little bit of a sleeper hit for certain jobs. Actually, the elephant that I've got lined up to pull this coiled tubing trailer, so we'll actually be able to give it a good test today. See how well it does with a nice big heavy load compared to how it was doing it in Quebec. I do remember it being a fuel-hungry monstrosity before. That thing was chugging 30-35 litres under heavy load. So long as it doesn't get that high, I think that's going to be an improvement. If you're wondering what I'm eating, by the way, it's called Cadbury Sensation. And it's basically Cadbury's milk chocolate, which is delish. I prefer Galaxy, but Cadbury's is pretty nice. And they've put popping candy, jelly gummies, and Smarties into like the chocolate mixture. And it's so nice because you get a nice milk chocolate, and then we need to go separate over this bit anyway. So you'll just be like eating chocolate and suddenly your mouth starts popping. Or like the popping candy. That's okay. Now start the engine, you stupid thing. This is dangerous. This is where my other truck went backwards. What on earth is going on? Ooh, wasn't expecting that quite as badly. That's it. Jeez, oh, that is a terrible little section of the map. You gave it a test, did you, Walker? Nice. Well, hopefully that means that, you know, the elephant is a much more usable vehicle, shall we say. We'll take this trailer with us because we need it for the next job. Not the next job, the next job. Something like that. Alright. Push on into the undergrowth a little. But we do have to go back to the next map and grab the other guy. This is running low on fuel. Then we'll do a quick repair as well. Perfect. You do indeed see the Zhengzhou. It is ready and waiting there for when we do the seismic vibration mission on this map. I just haven't gotten around to it. It's something I want to do. I literally just haven't gotten around to it yet. Which is kind of annoying, but never mind. Is much better than pushing through that bit. Oh yes. Lovely. Just got to find a bit of road to kind of park up where we're not going to block the special coming through. Just going straight on, aren't we? Yeah, but no. We better go just straight up that way and joining there. No, it's kind of 6 and 2 3s. I think we'll just stick to the route we know for the time being. That route up to the right there could literally be a hellscape. My USB hub just decided to die again. What is it with my computer? I've literally got a new USB hub for it. And now my game's frozen, of course. Now everything's frozen, of course. Oh my lord, what on earth? My camera's frozen. Is my microphone still working? I think it is. Ah. Stupid game. Right, hang on a second there, guys. I just need to... There we go. That's my camera working again. That's just not good. There is a definite problem with my computer. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know why it's suddenly having problems with the USB. It's never done this before. And over the last couple of months, it's just decided that it's going to not recognise just suddenly randomly not recognise my USB drives. I really wish I actually knew someone who could fix computers that lived local to me, but sadly I do not. So I currently am running a 6-plug USB hub into the USB plugs on the back of my motherboard. My motherboard has, I think it's about 5 or 6 USB ports, but it doesn't seem to matter which one I use. They all have this problem. I'm honestly starting to wonder if it's a problem with my motherboard, which would not be good. Obviously that is rather expensive. I really don't want to have to replace my motherboard, because that would probably also entail replacing my chip. And I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. That would suck a lot. I mean, it might end up being necessary. I just hope it isn't necessary for a while. But yeah, that's my issue, and I don't know why. And it's only sometimes, you know. And sometimes it's only some of the USB plugs and not all of them, you know. It's very strange, very, very strange what's going on. You know, I did say that I wasn't going to go far and I was just going to find somewhere where I could park this off the road, but I might have to take it all the way through to the concrete plant here before I find anywhere where I can pass with the other truck. But yeah, I think when I got my motherboard and chip, it cost me the best part of about 400 quid for the two of them. Because I got a... I think it's a Ryzen 5? But it was like one of the... It was like the best Ryzen 5 that you could get before going on 7. I think. Literally, I had to kind of skimp. I would have actually liked to have gotten a Ryzen 7 at that point in time, because that was the most recent at the time, but I think it's up to a Ryzen 9 now. Which may be what I upgrade to. But I'm hoping I don't have to. There's that cutout again. But yeah, hoping I don't have to. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? Right, here's a spot where we can pull over for a minute. Because we, what we actually need to do is go back to the last map and get the dairy. That's what we need. Yeah. It's like, hey guys, if you want to donate money so I can buy a new motherboard and chip, I wouldn't say no. What in the actual doodly hicks are you doing, sir? Oh, you're getting stuck on one rock. Of course you are. Oh, one rock. Yes. One flaming rock. Get off the rock. Right now. There we go. Right. Let's try this again, Derry. Eh? You would think I don't like this truck. I do like this truck. It just annoys me sometimes. Gotta go reasonably close to the top here so that you don't slide down the hill, but then you've got to be able to turn at the last minute so that you don't hit that cliff there and flip yourself over. Come on. There we go. Right. Yep, that's it. That's it. Excellent. Not sure which is better there. I think actually standard auto box is better than high gear. It. Come on. Let's go. Oh, right. missed one of your earlier messages there, Walker. What are you saying? See if I can just catch up on some of it. You're pulling the radar trail over the Earth roamer. Your truck didn't fall over. Very nice. Good job, Walker. Just back checking my messages there. Right. Go off this way like we did with the other truck, because seemingly this route is just so much easier than going that other way. Even though that way looks straighter. This is just easier to drive, it would seem. Go, lovely. Pucker. Pucker, I say. Be careful what you wish for there, Walker. I do agree, the Builder would definitely have been more suitable as a Phase 16 truck because of the amount of road network there is on Phase 16 in Washington. But at the same time, the Builder is actually kind of dangerous on tarmac. I would honestly only ever want to use it as a semi-hauler in low plus, because I think if you stick it in auto or high gear, even with like even with highway tyres, I think you would be power sliding it around corners. Shall we say? Well, I suppose unless you use the stock gearbox. You could use the stock gearbox and highway tyres. Then it might actually be a little bit more controllable. That could work, actually. But I think if you use the high range or the highway gearbox and didn't use highway tyres, then you're in trouble. But yeah, no, I think Washington would be a great area. I also think Wisconsin would be a good area to use the Builder as well. That's got a lot of really good road networks on it. Granted, there's a few sections that are a bit tricky, but like, you know, going from the paper mill to the second map and back is fine. You know, I think that would be quite good. What other maps would be quite good? Obviously, like some of the earlier maps, Alaska, it would have immense fun with Alaska. Put chains on and just laugh. You know, that'd be really cool. Michigan, obviously, that's got a really good road network. Not a moor, definitely not a moor. What other maps would it be good for? Scandinavia, kind of? Yeah, Scandinavia. Great mind. I didn't even see that. But yeah, Scandinavia would be really good for. That's got a really good one. Even British Columbia, I think it would work really well on, because that's got a fairly good road network. Glades? Glades would be good as well, actually. Phase 8. Yeah, oh, actually, Glades would be really good. There's pretty much a road network throughout the whole region. Yeah, that'd be an interesting one. Ontario. Yeah, Ontario would work nicely. All these regions that we've already done. We have a perfect truck for them. We've already done the region. Like, so annoying. I kind of hope that the next phase has some good road networks, but given what we've had so far with 17 and 18, I don't think we're in for for many good road networks in the next couple of seasons. I think we're going to be really pushed for anything basically. Let's go. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh. Too much there, I think. A bit too much go power. He's actually doing really well on this map. Burn values are a little bit higher than I would like, but with this trailer we do at least have some extra fuel. We've still got the fuel on the roof. And if I can get this to its destination without touching the trailer, I can unhook the trailer, go to the fuel station and come back. Genius. Ooh, North Carolina. Yeah, that'd be a good one as well. It would indeed. Am I thinking? I've got my phases mixed up. Which one is Washington State? Is that? That's not phase 16, is it? No. No, it is. North Carolina is 12. Yeah, North Carolina is 12. So many to keep track of these days, you know? So many to keep track of. I think actually we will pause before we go through the puddle here. Yep. And like I said, if I can get to our destination without touching the trailer fuel, then I can just unhook it, go and refuel and come back for the trailer, you know? And then I don't have to drag the trailer up that nasty path in order to refuel the tank on it. Ooh. Whoa, whoa, holy moly. Come on, Derry. Swing left, please, that's it. Oof. A nasty road. Angle on that was not comfortable. Right. Over there. Getting round here might be a little bit of a tricky one. Just go straight. No. Camera game. Camera. I think I could actually just go straight up. As opposed to going round. Yeah. Boom. There we go. Okay. That's better. Here we are, though. The drop zone for this lot of cargo. Let's turn the engine off. Cargo management. 2 cement, 1 roll. Nice. And 1 pipe. Perfect. Whew. Right. Perfection. Should we have a go? we're here, we're ready. We have... That roof rack looks so silly. Look at how silly this roof rack looks with all these tiny little jerry cans on. You know, and all of this open space. What was all of this open space? Was that more of these supply parts? Because that just looks silly. It feels like half of the roof rack is missing, you know? Very bizarre. Right. Let's plot ourselves a little route. It may sound crazy, but I'm going to attempt this bridge. Alright. Because then we can just come along here. Straight up here. Right. Along here. Up here. And we can go down here. Along. Round. Through our newly opened gateway. Down here. Cross our bridge. Around here. Under here. Up there and in. Just looks weird. That roof rack looks so weird. I can't not look at it in a weird manner, you know? Right. Ooh. Here's an actual test. Does this trailer fit underneath these pipes? It does. Okay. Handsome. I was worried it might be a little bit too tall for that, but nope, we're good. Now, I definitely know that I am too wide for this, so I have to be careful. But I should be able to squeeze my way over. There we go. Hey. A little bit scary there. There we go. Right. Time to... Ooh. Careful with this, because... Whoa! Hang on a second. Oh, I'm committed now. I'm committed now. I think I was supposed to go... No. I think this is definitely where I was supposed to go. I just need to... That on. Oh, right. Okay, it's go time. Pedal down, that's it. Ooh, good boy, elephant. Okay, that was a slightly concerning start, but we made it, so let's go for a low plus there. Oh, what the... Oh, it's stuck on a rock. Of course it is. Oh, these sodding rocks on this map. Actually, these low-lying rocks that snag trailers like that are more problematic than anything else. You know? Come on. Hit. Oh, Jesus. Actual what? Right. Okay. Twist. Holy moly, man. This game hates this truck. Or at least hates trucks of this magnitude. We have no choice, General Lynx. Our roads can't repel trucks of that magnitude. Pull this up as we go. Otherwise, we're going to slip off that thing there. There we go. That's it. Alright. We're getting there. Oof. We're getting there. Perfect. This trailer really does like to lean a lot, doesn't it? I'd forgotten how much weight was in the top of this trailer. It's quite a lot. I'd actually say most of the weight is. But hey, you know, we're getting there. Getting there. Actually, really I forgot that I still haven't moved the Bilbert yet. It's still down in the sand pit. Oh dear. In all of my prep work and all of my getting ready for streams, I have not yet moved the Bilbert. It's kind of sad, really. Ah. From this edge as much as possible. Are you serious? Are you actually serious, game? You're gonna make me do a seriously weird angle here, aren't you, just to get around this rock? Of course my steering doesn't work. Of course my steering doesn't fucking work. Because this is the moment I need my steering. No. Of course not. That's... Ooh, yeah. Come on. Up. Up. Come on, tyre. Move. Tyre. Not having this. Absolute dastardly dog of a swine. That's it. Oof. Okay. So this thing seems to suffer from a lot more wheel lock than it feels like it should do, you know? Just the way the tyres just refuse to turn, even in like a low gear with the diff lock on. I need another winch point now. No, no, not that one game. Thank you very much, good sir. Why would it stop? It always starts me from the top of the list, which is attach winch. Why does it sometimes go to detach trailer? It's just trying to give me an aneurysm is what it's doing. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's definitely Definitely an engine damage point there, game. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Complaining is my only way of keeping myself. Oh, that feels low. Saying complaining is my only way of keeping my sanity. That is incredibly low. Oh, I'm gonna get through that. Oh, okay, okay. I thought for a horrid moment there that wasn't going to be high enough. Thankfully the game isn't that dastardly. Oh, boy. That rock. Plant. Chimera, huh? Interesting. I still haven't found a renewed love for the Chimera yet. I think I would say my love for the elephant has been rekindled. It's very capable. I think the biggest problem that it had was its fuel burn, but now that it's got a slightly more efficient engine with the same amount of power, it just works so much better. But did the Chimera get the same treatment? Did it also get a better engine? Or has it been left to rot in a corner in terms of the recent changes? I can't remember. They've made so many changes to trucks recently, and I can't actually remember half the changes. Right, here we go. It did. Ah, right. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Maybe I will have to try the Chimera again at some point. Not right now, obviously. I have far too many trucks out and about at the moment, but onwards. Ah, it shares the same. Ah, okay. Okay. Interesting. I might have to try the Chimera again at some point. I was thoroughly disappointed that the Chimera was so pathetic, shall we say. You know, when we found it, because it's an impressive looking vehicle. And as a 6x6 hauler, heavy hauler like the Elephant, I was kind of expecting a similar kind of performance, and it just did not perform the same way. Maybe I need to revisit that guy at some point. Try him out, you know? That being said, we have so many huge heavy hauling vehicles now. We have the Elephant, we have the Chimera, we have the Colobs, we have the new Derry Special, we have the Avonhorn. My lord, you know, so many huge, ridiculous trucks for heavy hauling. I suppose you've just got to find whichever one you like best. A lot of a lean there, trailer. Used to not lean. At least not that much. Actually, nearly there now. We are closing in on our final destination. Dun dun dun! The nice thing is the fuel station is just around the corner, so we can actually take the elephant up later on and get it refueled. Can I just go... Oh no, I kind of do want to go that way, don't I? Yeah. I was thinking of just going straight down the hill there, but I think following this road is actually going to be the easier way. Right, now we're on the flat. Let's go! Stuff. Oh, nearly there. Ooh, that was a close one. Crikey. The Chimera was terrible when it first came out of the rocket. No, it definitely was an absolute abomination. It literally was a Chimera. Looked cool, acted terribly, you know? But, yeah, no, if it's had some updates, then it'll actually be a good vehicle to check out. Come through, guys. Here is your trailer. I don't know why you're building a transformer station in the middle of the jungle, but have it. Whew. Right. Now the question is, where are these Oh. Oh. There they are. Right there. Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. How many slots is a transformer? Is it a 3-slot cargo? I have a feeling a transformer can only be... can only be packed down to certain trailers as well. Does it need, like, the wide trailer? 3 slots. And it needs a specific trailer. I wonder if you can pack them down on the 6-slot trailer that the Derry has. That's why you're using the elephant. Actually, swapping the trailer from the Derry to the elephant and then taking the elephant up here might be the way forwards. That could be a potential way of doing it. Oh, you know what as well? I wonder if we could... Thoughts are occurring to me. You can equip with a 5-slot trailer. Now, a 5-slot trailer won't get me both transformers. I prefer to be able to go up, get both of them, and then get back, you know? That would be an ideal situation. Because we also, of course, have we have the Azov with the oil barrels and the trailer that it's pulling. How long left do we have on the clock? The East Workers Camp. That means, what does the East Workers Camp mean? Is that one of these missions? look like it. It's got to go back there. It's just annoying. Go back there with it. Well, I suppose I am heading back there with the Transformers, so... Okay. But what? Does anything... I think anything we've actually got... What's to do about containers? Fertilizer warehouse, so that's where that needs to go. That'll give us warehouse. Well, that'll give us fertilizer, I would assume, if it's the fertilizer warehouse. There's a service trailer up here, huh? Oh, just there. I see it. Yeah. That needs to come down there. Okay. Good to know. The strength, we still need to visit those places. Concrete rhythm. Oh, it's right up here. Crafting zone? Oh my lord, what do I need to craft? Voice in outer space you did with the Azov 7, huh? Huh. That does seem to be not a bad little location to reach with the 7. Yeah, come up from here. From here, yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Right, there's nothing I can really get started on at this point, but I do need to kind of... I think, right, here's my current thinking, guys. I think we'll start a big haul next time. Like I said, it's not going to be next Sunday, it's going to be it's like a week tomorrow, so it's Monday, not Sunday, because I'm off to see Jurassic Park on Sunday. But I think what we'll do next time is I'll get the 6-slot trailer for the elephant. We'll get the oil barrels, we'll get the service parts on board. I will bring... We'll get service trailer that we need is just here, right? And then the other trailer that we need is on the Atom. So I think I can probably... Yeah, I think with the elephant, maybe using the crane to like grip one of the trailers and tow the other one on the winch, right? Okay. Take all of that over to the heliport, and that'll complete 2 missions for us, right? Then we can bring the elephant in here, or maybe I'll use the LTI, drag this guy out of here, right? Then I can use the elephant to pick up the generators, tow the tow the Mercer behind us, and come back over to here to drop off the generators and the Mercer. That's going to be a hard push, but if we could do that, that gets us 3 main contracts and 1 task done in the same kind of breath, which would be really, really handy. And then I suppose if we have time after that, we can get on with the Jiangsu and doing some scanning, which is something we need to do on this map. Yeah. And also maybe on this first map, there's a couple of missions to go down to the ship here, so we can possibly do that. I don't know when we're going to be hauling this guy. I suppose I should look at the contracts that unlock this mission. Because we're here, we're ready. You know? Engine off. Very much. We're here and we're ready with this thing, you know. I'm really kind of eager to get this thing hauled, but giant, is that it? No, that's a different mission entirely. It's this one here, isn't it? Turbine steam trailer. Okay. So what do we need to do? Final check, no leaks, weak link. Final check. Okay, that's materials. Weak link. That's materials. And final check, was it? No. No leaks for launch. No. No leaks for launch. Final check. Final check. No leaks. Weak link. Weakest link. That's materials. Final check. That's materials. No leak for launch. That's material. Okay. That's damaged pipes. That's fixing the damaged pipes. Okay. Heart of the station. Open skies again. Well, we've got open skies on the workaround. We're trying to do that. Heart of the station. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff there. And then we've got hot steam, heat flow, and final heat. Oh my lord, there are so many jobs we need to do before we even get to this turbine. I think that's going to be one of the last jobs we do. I honestly think that's going to be one of the last jobs we do, that steam turbine. Yes. Banana location is... Ah, you mean... up here? Somewhere. Get that work site done, that's for sure. Right. Yeah, I think we're just... Instead of, like, trying to work out exactly what we need to do for everything, we're just going to have to work through these at a sensible pace. Sand. Shipwreck, multi-stage pump. Yeah. Oh! Looks like you need the 639, the 963, huh? The Big Kenny. When it comes to overloading, the Big Kenny is a very, very good truck for it. Right, guys. I know we're a few minutes early from where we usually go, but I think this is probably a good spot to leave for today. For next week, what I think I might do is I might go through and just unlock these work sites. Because we need just a couple of slabs for that. We need some logs for this one. We need some logs for this one. And I think this is logs as well. So I think I'm just going to get these two guys here, the Plaid and the Azov. And we're just going to go around, get those work sites done. And then I will set up the rest of the trucks for doing these next missions, and we'll pick that up next Monday. I think that would be a good place, because it's unlikely that I'll get much done in 10 minutes. Other than chatter on for a while, which is fine, you know, but it's not doing. So, I'll be back on Wednesday with some farming sim. And then we'll be back with some SnowRunner a week tomorrow. So, hope you all enjoyed today, guys. It's actually nice to be making some forward progress. Actually, speaking of progress, before we go, let's just see where we are. 45%. Not bad. Nearly halfway there. In terms of percentage. Not in terms of missions completed, but nearly there in terms of percentage. At least we have all the upgrades, we have all the watchtowers, you know, all that's done. So, yeah. we shall see where we are next week. So, until then, guys, I'm going to update the transformer routes. Ooh, nice. Thank you, Walker. Do let me know what you find is best. Always nice to have some extra information before we go into these things, but, you know, we'll see what we do next week. So, until then, guys, thank you very much for joining me. Hope you all enjoyed, and as always, take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now, everyone.